Donald Trump has barely a few weeks left in the White House. Could his last act as president be to save his allies and children from prosecution? Once they leave the White House, Trump's inner circle, as well as the president himself, can be sued because until Donald Trump holds office, he is immune to any legal action. Donald Trump could be considering a way to keep his children and his allies safe, or if I can say, immune from any prosecution. Reportedly, Donald Trump has discussed with his advisors if he could grant pre-emptive pardons. Reports say Donald Trump wants to protect his three eldest children. That's Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, and Ivanka Trump. Jared Kushner, as well as Rudy Giuliani, Trump's personal lawyer. Why is Trump mulling this move? Reportedly, he is concerned that the U.S. Justice Department might be prosecuting his inner circle. Donald Trump Jr. has been under investigation for his contacts with Russians during the 2016 election campaign. Jared Kushner faces the charge of lying to federal authorities about his contact with foreigners. There are no clear charges yet against Eric Trump, Ivanka Trump, or Rudy Giuliani, but the legal scrutiny against Team Trump is tightening. The U.S. Justice Department has opened an investigation into alleged bribery for pardon scheme at the White House. Some filings have been made before a court that have now gone public. The charges are serious. Allegedly, during Trump's tenure, an individual offered a substantial political donation in exchange for presidential pardon. The court filings are heavily redacted. We don't know if Donald Trump or any members of his inner circle are named in this case. But Donald Trump still offered a comment, calling an official investigation fake news. A presidential pardon is an action by a sitting president to completely set aside the punishment for a federal crime. Pardons that preempt criminal charges are not common. Perhaps the most famous example of one is when Gerald Ford gave a pardon to Richard Nixon. Ford succeeded Nixon when he was forced to leave office after the Watergate scandal. After taking over, Ford gave a full and unconditional pardon to Nixon for any crimes that he might have committed against the United States as president. Can Donald Trump pardon himself? The president says he can. No one has done it before, so the move is bound to trigger a legal challenge if Donald Trump chooses to go down this path. The setbacks, meanwhile, keep coming in for the outgoing president. The U.S. Attorney General William Barr has now said that there is no evidence of widespread voter fraud that could change the outcome of this year's election. American attorneys and FBI agents have been working to follow up on specific complaints. They couldn't find any evidence that would substantiate Donald Trump's charge that he won this election. Here is Michael Balsamo from the Associated Press explaining why this is significant.
This is incredibly significant for the Attorney General to come out and say there is no widespread voter fraud that would impact the outcome of the election. It's directly contradicts what we've heard from the president and his allies who have alleged that there is such fraud. But the Attorney General was very clear here. The Justice Department had investigated specific instances where allegations had been made. They've looked into these claims and they've determined there was no evidence of widespread fraud.
Despite that, the Trump campaign has moved the American Supreme Court. A petition challenging the results from Wisconsin has been filed. As Biden prepares for his inauguration, it looks like Donald Trump is unwilling to go down without a fight. We will be keeping a close eye.